Y'all, every day I wake up and I get to experience life. Whether I experience it the way I would prefer to experience it or not, I feel like it's getting louder and louder that God is still holy, God is still good. And the reason why I am making this video is because I honestly am starting to see, and maybe everybody else got the memo earlier than me, but the majority, I think, of us don't necessarily get to live the lives that we originally want. I think there's probably a smaller percentage of people who really are living the life that they actually foresaw for themselves. And then you got some people who didn't see it, and the favor of the Lord is just on them, and they're living a life that is better than they thought. But I think that there are people in the middle who are just kind of like, yo, I ain't want none of this. You know what I mean? Whether you made decisions to get it that way and to make it what it is and you didn't realize it, or maybe you made poor decisions altogether, or maybe you know, life happened and maybe you made all the right decisions and just life happened and things just still didn't turn out the way that you wanted. I'm starting to realize that in the midst of even all of that, God is still God. God is still holy. And I think that I can say that because even a few years ago, when I look at things or look at what my life was like then, and experiencing some type of hopelessness or despair, or I don't really want to say I don't want to use words as despair, because I feel like there are people who are going through way worse than me when they are actually experiencing real despair, but just general unhappiness with life. And then there's always a turnaround. Things in my life, there's always a turnaround, and it doesn't last. Just like the down parts or the down moments don't last always either. But when you get those high moments, you can see how God has been moving the entire time. And it's always for your good. We have influence as well. So the decisions that we make, the people that we choose to be around, can influence our lives and the way we see it, the lens that we look through. But I feel like in the midst of all of it, God is just still holy. God is still good. You know what I'm saying? So even little things that you may do that impact other people, maybe you're struggling or maybe you're tired, but if you're someone who serves, God gets the glory out of that because it blesses someone. Even if you're dead tired, it still blesses someone else. It may not necessarily impact you in the moment, or maybe you feel tired after a weekend, a week, a day of serving, a year of serving, whatever it is that God called you to do. And you may experience, moments where you just Lord, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm broke. Because usually a life of servitude is not one that is glitzy or glamorous. But God is still good, and I'm pretty sure if your life is not glitzy or glamorous, God always comes through with the come through. So if the bills need to be paid and you $1 short, somebody somewhere is gonna make it so that you make that payment, right? So God, I know for myself, and I know, testimonies or stories of people who are close to me or people that I don't know, where just God miraculously does the things. I said all that to say, just to be encouraged. Like, for I think the majority of us, life is just not gonna look the way you originally thought it would. And also to remember that there's an eternity, right? There's a promise. And I feel like if there's a promise, then there's hope. And if there's hope, that means that there's faith. And faith is enough for God to, is enough. Faith is good. Faith is enough. And even if your faith is, God can do much with that. So there was a scripture that I read earlier today. Well, not just today. I read it, kind of been like chewing on it for the week. And it's Psalms 22, 1 and 3. And it's a Psalm of David, and he was having one of his moments. If you ever read Psalms, child, David be going through it, and I really be like, yo, it's really like he's me. He is me. One day I'm like worshiping hard. Lord, you're this, you're so good, you're so this, you're so that. And the next moment I'm like, where you at? Lord, where you at? I ain't heard from you. Life is life, and life is hard. Hair falling out, you know, stuff like that. Lord, my hair's not falling out. I'm just saying. But the verse says, my God, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far from my deliverance and from my words of groaning? I be groaning. My God, I cry by day, but you do not answer. By night, yet I have no rest. But you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. I'll show you. This is what it said. It says it right here. Don't look at my nails, y'all. Don't look at it. Let me find a good one. Ooh, child. Okay, this one. That one. Ooh. This one a little bit better. My God, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far from my deliverance and from my words of groaning? My God, I cry by day, but you do not answer. By night, yet I have no rest. But you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. David was having those experiences thousands of years ago, bro. The Lord said, Jesus said, in this life, you will have trouble. It is not if you have trouble. He said straight up and down, you will have trouble. But not to fear, because he has already overcome the world. So if you have faith in that, then that should cause you to have hope. Anyway, just wanted to say that. I love y'all. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Yeah, stay up.